In the beginning, there was nothing. No sound, no shape, only darkness. But over the deep waters, God's Spirit moved, silent and still. Then, God spoke, and everything began to awaken. "Let there be light," he said. And there was light. Warm and bright, the light spread over the waters. And for the first time, darkness had a boundary. God separated the light from the dark, setting them apart. He called the light day, and the darkness night. Evening came, and the earth grew quiet. Then morning returned, with fresh light once again. So began the first rhythm of time, evening and morning. This was the very first day of God's great creation. On the second day, God spoke again, commanding the waters to separate. The waters above moved apart from the waters below. A vast space appeared, stretching wide and clear between them. This space was the sky, the firmament God called heaven. Clouds began to swirl gently as light filtered through. Beneath the sky, the waters sparkled and danced in light. Soft winds blew, moving clouds slowly across the heavens. Night returned quietly. Under soft, silver clouds, morning returned, painting the clouds with soft, pink hues. And so, the second day came to a close. Raindrops gathered briefly, falling softly then stopping. The sky settled, calm and vast, holding the breath of creation. On the third day, God spoke once more. The waters began to gather as dry land appeared. Mountains rose and valleys spread wide. God called the dry ground earth, and the gathered waters seas. Then the earth burst forth with green life. Grasses sprouted quickly, and flowers bloomed in color. Fruit trees grew, with seeds ready to multiply. Vines wrapped gently around rocks, heavy with fruit. Rivers sparkled as they flowed through the lush valleys. Evening came softly as the day came to rest. Night whispered quietly over the growing land. Morning returned, lighting the leaves with golden rays. And so, the third day was complete. Every seed carried the promise of new life. Water flowed across the land, nourishing all that grew. God said, "Let lights appear in the sky above the earth." A great light formed, glowing brighter and brighter. This was the sun, placed to shine over the day. Then God made a gentler light to watch over the night. He scattered stars like diamonds across the sky, each one set in place by his perfect design. The sun rose high, pouring golden light across the earth. Later, the moon appeared, calm and glowing in the dark. Stars shimmered all around, lighting the night gently. Now there was day and night in a steady rhythm. Evening settled in as sunlight slowly faded, and morning returned, led by the rising sun. This was the fourth day, and it was good. The stars traced silent stories across the night sky. On the fifth day, God looked to the waters and sky. He filled the seas with life, great and small. Whales rose from the deep, gliding through the waves. Schools of fish flashed as they darted below the surface. God created every creature that moved and swam in the waters. Sea turtles glided peacefully, just as he designed them. Gentle creatures drifted below, filling the seas with wonder. Then God filled the sky with creatures that could fly. Birds soared above the trees, wings wide in the wind. Tiny sparrows flitted and sang between the branches. Bright feathers shimmered as birds danced in the air. From oceans to open sky, the world was alive. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and fill the seas and sky." Evening came, and the world grew still. Morning followed, with wings in motion once more. And so, the fifth day was complete. In the quiet depths, even the deep waters were filled with life. The sky echoed with wings, as God's creatures filled the heavens. On the sixth day, God looked to the earth below. He spoke, and the land came alive with movement. Mighty beasts walked the open plains, just as he had spoken. Cattle grazed peacefully, each created after its kind. Lions and deer ran freely, through fields and hills. Every animal, from small to great, was formed by his will. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, from the dust of the ground." He shaped the first human form. God breathed into man, and life filled his body. The man opened his eyes and saw creation all around. God placed him in the garden to live and care for it. Then God created woman to walk beside the man. Together they stood, reflections of their Maker's love. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, fill the earth." Evening came as the world settled into rest, and morning followed, closing the sixth day of creation. By the seventh day, God had finished his work. All of creation stood complete and full of life. God looked at all he had made and saw that it was very good. Then he rested, not from weariness, but from creating. The earth was quiet, as peace settled over land and sky. Gentle winds moved through trees, and rivers flowed in stillness. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. It was a day set apart, a time of rest and remembrance. And so the heavens and the earth were fully formed and filled with life. And so the story of creation was complete, and the heavens, the earth, and all living things, formed by God's word and wisdom, a world filled with beauty, purpose, and life. May we remember that everything began with light, order, and love. Subscribe for more Bible stories, one chapter at a time.